to the participant to keep the camera in on mode?
Yes, they will be keeping. Just after 10 minutes, we'll ask them, ma'am. Fine.
queens. We are the shining dreams. We are the kings and queens. We are the shining dreams. We nurture sunshine, embrace the wind. We have the scientific zeal and power to enthrall. We want the whole horizon. We want the whole horizon. Yes, we are Podar. Yes, we are Podar.
Good afternoon, everyone. As we all know that today we are celebrating Nelson Mandela Day, which is celebrated every year on 18 July, which is Nelson Mandela's birthday. Nelson Mandela was not only an international peacemaker, a human rights lawyer, a democratically elected first president of South Africa, but also a person who proved that everyone has the ability and responsibility to change the entire world. It's a day to bring together people around the world to fight poverty, promote peace, reconciliation, and cultural diversity. It's a global call of action that celebrates the idea that each individual has the power to transform the world, has the ability to make a huge impact. Nelson Mandela has fought for social justice for 67 years. Now it's our turn to start with 67 minutes through volunteering and community service. This is the theme of the day. So today we have an elocution competition at PIS Latur for grade 6 to 10th. Following a tradition, first let's have a lamp lighting ceremony. Light fades away darkness. Light symbolizes knowledge and wisdom. Light is the symbol of Goddess Saraswati. So let's seek the blessings of Goddess Saraswati and move forward.
या कुन्देन्दु तुषारहार धवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्करप्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा.
Myself, Pranav Bhavikar from 10th B, also welcomes you all to this virtual elocution competition. Rightly stated by Mr. Mandela, do not judge me by my successes. Judge me by how many times I fell down and got up back again. There were different topics allocated to respective grades, and the topics are as follows. For the grade 6, the topics are Goals of Nelson Mandela or Nelson Mandela and South Africa. For the grade 7, the topics are Life of Mandela as a Prisoner or Struggles of Mandela. For the grade 8, the topics are Nelson Mandela, an inspirational activist, or Mandela's determination to overcome every obstacle. For the grade 9th, the topics are Lion's Share towards Anti-Apartheid, or Nelson Mandela, a multicultural leadership. For the grade 10th, the topics are Nelson Mandela, the best recipient of Nobel Peace Prize, or Nelson Mandela, a chink of light for mankind. Thank you.
Now, let us know about the rubrics for the competition. We received 76 entries for the competition, and participants were judged on the basis of confidence, which holds 10 marks, gestures, which holds 10 marks, fluency carries 10 marks, relevance carries 5 marks, time limit also carries 5 marks, overall performance carries 10 marks. So in this way, we have a total of 50 marks. On 2nd July, the message and poster of the competition was sent in all the groups from grade 6 to 10th. Everyone was so excited about the event that on 3rd July by 2 p.m. itself, we received 76 entries. And on the same day, a meeting was held by Varsha ma'am to guide the students and make them aware about the rules and regulations of the competition. Everyone started to search about Nelson Mandela to rock the opportunity. A major hand behind the success of this competition are the in charges. From grade 6, the in charges are Naneshwar Pancha sir and Kalpana Mote ma'am. From grade 7th, we have Anil Dengre sir and Gangasagar Suryavanshi sir as in charges. From grade 8th, the in charges are Ravindra Saranke sir and Rakesh Bidwe sir. From grade 9th, we have Jnaneshwar Kamble sir and Karim Muzawa sir as in charges. From grade 10th, the in charges are Chandraprabha Petkar ma'am and Nilesh Edmane sir. The main in charge of the function is Marsha Nagde ma'am. Teachers scrutinize the participants on the basis of the rubrics. Today, we all are here to witness the winner, to celebrate the orator, and to boost the confidence. Best of luck to all the participants. Today, we have respected Manoj Kale sir as guest for today's function. He is General Manager of Latur Aurangabad Hub. We also have respected Bharat Bhushan Jha sir, Principal Jabalpur. Sir, you hardly need any introduction. We are really lucky to work under your guidance for 2 years. Also, we have our dearmost principal, Giridhar Reddy sir, who believes in teamwork and is passionate for every child's growth. We Podarite welcome you wholeheartedly on this virtual platform.
Now, I would like to request our Vice Principal, Ramya ma'am, to motivate us all with her words. So I hereby request her to address the meeting.
Yeah, thank you, Pranav. On behalf of Principal Giridhar Reddy sir, staff of PIS Latur and all the students, I would like to take an opportunity to welcome our Honorable GM sir, our special chief guest, Bharat Bhushan Jha sir, our respected parents, and all the students, those who are witnessing with all of us this program virtually. Each one of us make a difference in promoting peace, human rights, and lives of dignity. And this is what we all were inspired by Nelson Mandela. The legacy of Nelson Mandela is continued by the students of PIS Latur. Individual child from grade 6 to 10th, they all made a difference by following the principles and thoughts of Nelson Mandela. They have presented a lot of innovative practices in the special assemblies. Even the today's program, that is Elocution competition, is here where we all are eagerly waiting to hear from our students who are passionate, courageous, and responsible, who are thought-provoking, and most important, they are inspired by the thoughts of Nelson Mandela. Education is the most powerful weapon which we all have experienced. And in this, I on behalf of the entire team of PIS Latur, we all welcome to witness this Elocution competition. So without taking much time, I request all our master anchors to please proceed for the program.
Thank you, ma'am.
This time, we are going to judge the winners by your votes. Dear audience, listen the words of participants carefully and then decide the winners. After every grade, a Google form will be shared in the chat box. Open it and choose the best. I repeat, after every grade, a Google form will be shared with you in chat box. Cast your valuable votes. Even teachers can cast their votes. Don't miss the opportunity as results are in your hand.
Now, let us get ready for the youngest and the most enthusiastic group, the grade 6th. Here, everyone, get ready for the day's first speech of intellectual words by Abhishek Kalshetty from 6th C.
Greetings and salutations to all of you. I am Abhishek Yogeshwar Kalchetti from 6th C, and today I'll be coaxing about Mr. Nelson Mandela and South Africa. Nelson Mandela, the father of modern South Africa, was a savior and protector for his people and country. 10th May 1994, Mandela was sworn in as the president of the country's first multi-ethnic government. He established in 1995 the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, which is also known as the TRC, designed to improve the living standards of the country. He received the Nobel Prize in 1993 because he was instrumental in tearing down the oppressive governments and installing democracy. As a leader, he demonstrated remarkable leadership qualities, including advocacy for peace, powerful presence that disarmed enemies with his smile, high level of forgiveness, positive thinking, ability to see big picture, focus on goals and missions beyond himself, remarkable. He liberated all South Africans by settling out the ideas of liberating them from the continuous bondage of poverty, deprivation, suffering, gender, and other discriminations. He also emphasized that the beautiful land of South Africa would never ever experience racial discrimination again. At first, he and his fellow members of ANC used non-violent tactics like strikes and demonstrations to protest apartheid. In 1952, Mandela helped escalate the struggle as the leader of Defiance campaign, which encouraged black participants to actively violate laws. There were many difficulties faced by him in achieving freedom for his people. Nelson Mandela was imprisoned for 27 long years because he didn't give up in the authorities' pressure. Nelson Mandela, or Madiba as he was affectionately known, died on December 5, 2013. He symbolized for all the Africa a commitment to democracy and freedom. Mandela Day, observed on Mandela's birthday, was created to honor his legacy by promoting community service around the world. United Nations declared that July 18 would be observed annually as Nelson Mandela International Day. Thank you.
Set your goals high and don't stop until you get there. Wow, what a confidence by the champ of grade 6. Now get ready for the speech of Arya Parvanikar from 6th B. There is no elevator to success. You have to take the stairs.
Hello everyone, myself Arya Parvanikar from 6th Podar International School, Latur. And my topic is Nelson Mandela and South Africa. Freedom is invisible. The chance on any one of my people are the chance on all of them. And the chance on all of them people are the chance on me. Yes, it's Nelson Mandela. Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela was born on 18 July 1980. Who was a South African anti-apartheid revolutionary, political leader and philanthropist, who served as a president of South Africa from 1994 to 1999. He was the country's first black head of state and the first elected in a fully representative democratic election. He served as the president of African National Congress Party from 1991 to 1997. He studied law at University where he became involved in anti-colonial and African nationalist politics. After National Party was unsuccessfully
Form link provided in the chat box and vote for the worthy. Thank you.
Now, let us move towards grade 7. We have two finalists from grade 7. First, let's welcome our enthusiastic Podarite, Miss Prachi Kendre from 7C, who believes to challenge her limits rather than limiting her challenges. It always seems impossible until it's done.
Good morning everyone. My name is Prachi. Today I am going to tell you about struggle of Mandela. He was born on 18 July 1918 in Mawezo in South Africa. His father's name was Nkosi Pakandishwa and his mother's name was Nonkapi Nosekemu and his wife's name was Winnie Mandela. Mandela fought against apartheid. Everyone was put into one of four categories like whites, blacks, colored, or Indian. Non-white South Africans were second-class citizens with little or no political power. Restrictive law governed very aspect. Mandela rose up against apartheid and called upon all South Africans to join him. Although he was arrested and imprisoned for 27 years for fighting for freedom, Mandela refused to give up the struggle. Mandela was fighting against apartheid, but he was also fighting for a better world in which freedom, justice, and dignity were all respected. Even before his release in 1990, Mandela began negotiating with government. He became first black democratically elected president of South Africa. Mandela, most like Mahatma Gandhi, he considered Mahatma Gandhi as his inspiration. Mandela has get many awards like Nobel Peace Prize, Bharat Ratna Award, and many more. Mandela passed away on 5th.
Hello, myself Piyush Hodra from
purpose, drive, effort, and not quitting until it is achieved. It also means that I've got a no quit, go for it attitude. But whenever we talk about determination, we think about successful people and not how they were able to achieve that massive success. Friends, take a moment to think about them. Were they born with the road of success already paved for them? No, it's more likely that they have also faced difficulties and setbacks just like the rest of us. But the main difference is that they have the determination to overcome every obstacle. And one of those people I'm talking about is an activist who dedicated his entire life for dismantling racism and went from being the world's most popular political prisoner to South Africa's first black president, the one and only Nelson Mandela, who was born on 18 July 1918 in South Africa. As his real name was Rolihlahla Dalibunga Mandela, he was stripped of his identity on the first day of his elementary school, and this was one of the first obstacles he faced. Later, his father died, which left a deep impression on Mandela but ignited the fire in him. He started studying law and joined the African National Congress that agitated for the civil rights of black South Africans. Therefore, more than 8,000 people, including Mandela, were jailed. He was not fortunately put to death, but was sentenced to life for 27 years. That man was sent to prison for his entire life. What else can be a huge obstacle? But even in this difficult situation, he kept going. This is determination, never quitting until it is achieved. The greater the obstacle, the more glory to overcome it. He became the world's best known political prisoner. Mandela was finally released from prison. This tells us that obstacles don't have to stop you. If you run into a wall, don't turn around and give up. Figure out how to climb it. Mandela negotiated for a new constitution and became the unbeaten president of a new nation, South Africa. This is how he became successful. The way we deal with our challenges can determine our success, and so should we. So let us together pledge to complete Mandela's work with determination and hope a better future ahead. Thank you.
Wow, a very good insight of what determination means. Thank you, Persis. Our next contestant is Ms. Shamika Joshi from 8th F.
Good morning, respected principal sir, vice principals, teachers, and all my dear friends. I am Shamika Joshi from 8th F, and my topic is Nelson Mandela, an inspirational activist. Today, we are here to discourse life of a great personality, Mr. Nelson Mandela, who became the first black president of South Africa. In 1952, when graduation was done, Nelson joined the H.M. Basher law firm and increased his attention towards work and activism. Hence, he would give a little time to his family. And then he set up a campaign called the National Voluntary Board, which was examined by Mahatma Gandhi and followed the path of non-violence. After great determination and hard work, in 1994, Nelson became the first black president of South Africa. Not just focused on equality, he also tried to bring many changes in wealth services of South Africa. In 1994, Nelson wrote an autobiography named The Walk to Freedom, in which he wrote all about his journey, struggle, and success. Truly said by Nelson Mandela, a winner is a dreamer who never gives up. So friends, let's get inspired with journey of this legend and start our journey. Thank you and have a nice day.
You can find inspiration from others, but determination is solely your responsibility. Thank you, Shamika. That was a very power-packed performance. Our next contestant is Ms. Sridevi Dhanegave from 8th G. Failure will never overtake me if my determination to success is enough.
A leader is a man who comes closest to realizing the norms of a group that values the highest. This conformity gives him his high rank, which attracts people and implies the right to assume control of the group. Greetings of the day. Hello everyone. My name is Shridhini Sharad Dhanikavi. I am studying in 8G. So today I am going to speak a few lines on topic Nelson Mandela, an inspirational activist. Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela, commonly known as Nelson Mandela, was born in Transvaal, South Africa, on July 18, 1918. He had many extraordinary qualities of leadership. He was a man of peace. He had a powerful presence and disarmed enemies with just a smile. He showed the world what forgiveness looks like. He showed grit and determination. He was a humble man. He was full of hope, but not hate. And last but not least, he was patient. Describing who he was and what he did is powerful. Perhaps most important is what he did not do. He did not seek revenge. He did not hide bitterness. He did not seek self-glory. And he did not hide his faults or failings. Nelson Mandela is known as the father of modern South Africa. He was instrumental in tearing down the oppressive government and laying the foundation of democracy. In 1993, he received the Nobel Peace Prize for peacefully destroying the apartheid regime and laying the foundation of democracy in the country. In addition to the Nobel Peace Prize, he received over 250 other awards. After retiring from politics, he started the Nelson Mandela Foundation, which focused on combating AIDS and also supported the rural development and school construction. In 2009, the United Nations proclaimed Mandela's birthday to be International Nelson Mandela Day. This day asks us to spend 67 minutes doing something good for others, and it also represents the 67 years which Nelson Mandela spent towards the change. In school, he studied law and became the South Africa's first black lawyers. He was South Africa's president from 1994 to 1999. He was also the South Africa's first black president. He was an inspiration in South Africa and in the world to all who oppose oppression and depredation. In spite of being repeatedly provoked, he never answered racism with racism. He strongly believed in education, equality, and good democracy. Nelson Mandela spent his whole youth and life towards changing the nation and is South Africa's one of the loved heroes. Thank you and have a nice day.
If you have determination, drive, and discipline, nothing is impossible. Wow, what a great performance. It gave us all a good bath of knowledge. Thank you, Sridevi. Now I request you all to access the Google Form link provided in the chat box and exercise your right to vote. Thank you.
Now, moving towards grade 9th, we have two participants from grade 9. First, let's welcome our confident Podarite, Master Shivanand Tirke from 9th G, who lets his performance speak for himself.
Shivanand Vishnu Tirke from class 9th G. Today I am here to speak about the topic that you all will guess. So let's start. Imagine if you were a black citizen of South Africa during the time when the black citizens were not considered, and if gradually but timely, if you all were considered equal, then how will you all have felt? You all may have guessed my topic. Yes, today I am going to speak about the lion's share of Nelson Mandela towards anti-apartheid movement. In South Africa, the people were discriminated based on how do they look. Do they look black or white? It may seem odd, but actually the black lives even not considered. In South Africa, majority of inhabitants were black, and they were dominated by the white minorities. that controlled the wealth, the land, and the government, which was purely based on the discriminatory social structure that was later to be codified into the country's legal system and to be called as apartheid. The Nelson Mandela, during his lifetime of resistance, imprisonment, and leadership, had led South Africa out of the minority rule and into reconciliation and the majority rule. You all may be wondering about that. How do Nelson Mandela join the anti-apartheid movement? So don't worry, just listen carefully. Mandela joined the African National Congress, and that is a group of people which agitated for the civil rights of all the black. And in 1948, the segregate that has already rampant in South Africa becomes state law when its ruling party formally adopted the apartheid. So according to this policy, the black men of South Africa have to make their identification passes to enter in the areas designated to the white minors, and also the black people have to live only in the zones allocated for them, and in respect to they also have to forbidden from the interracial relationships. At first, the Mandela with his fellow members of African National Congress used the non-violating ways to protest against the apartheid. They used to violate curfews, as well as they refused to use the identification passes. But for these processes, they got arrested in prison. But then, by the time Mandela believed that there was the only one way, that the armed resistance, for which he had to left his country for the military training. So for this reason, he got arrested in the prison. He was now sure that the police will convict him as well as execute, as the police officers also had discovered his own plan, and also he was arrested with him all allies. So it was reason behind his such thinking. And again, then they turned their show trial into a statement, and for that the Mandela gave a 4-hour-long speech. After that, Mandela wasn't put to death, but in 1964 he was sentenced for life in prison. So after 27 years of his imprisonment, he became the world's best known political prisoner, and his news of imprisonment galvanized all the anti-apartheid activists. And so in response to international pressure as well as threat of civil war, the new president of the South Africa, de Klerk, released Mandela from the prison. And after that, the Mandela and the new president, that is de Klerk, they together formed the new constitution, and also formed a new constitution that allowed the majority rule in the South Africa. And from that time, the collected efforts of the all anti-apartheid activists and the Nelson Mandela put an end to the anti-apartheid movement. So it was all about the launch of Nelson Mandela towards the anti-apartheid movement. So it was done. Thank you.
Thank you, Shivanand. Your passion and confidence speaks it all. Next, we have our another enthusiastic Podarite, Master Prathamesh from 9th D, who believes that hard work plus dedication plus dreams is equal to success. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. As we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same.
Good morning, everyone. I am Master Prathamesh from class 9B. Today, I am going to talk on the topic Lion's Share of Mandela towards Anti-Apartheid. Born on 18 July 1918 in Umtata, the then part of South Africa's Cape Province. Nelson Mandela is hailed by many as the father of modern South Africa. He was the first black and democratically elected president in the country, and his transformative principles helped bring down apartheid, under which there was institutionalized racial segregation and sanctioned discrimination against the black majority population. Apartheid, which meant apartness, is a system of discrimination on the grounds of race. It deprived the blacks, Asians and colored citizens of basic human rights like equal freedom of mobility, quality education and the opportunity to work. Having formed the Youth Committee of the African National Congress, he started to work against the prevailing system of segregation, but was soon arrested more than once in the 1950s and 60s. After serving his sentence, Mandela continued to lead protests against the government. Being influenced by the Marxism-Leninism ideology, he was determined to bring about a classless society. In South Africa, the Defiance campaign that catapulted the ANC's agenda and Nelson Mandela into the public eye as they continued to agitate for the rights of the blacks. Soon, he realized that armed resistance was the only way to end apartheid. So, in 1962, he briefly left the country to receive military training and gain support for the cause, but was arrested and convicted for leaving country without a permit. He argued consistently on a national bill of rights, an independent and impartial judicial system, and, most importantly, the separation of powers in the government. In June 1964, he was sentenced to life imprisonment by the court. But Mandela, after carrying some political activities and secret negotiations, was released after 27.5 years on February 11, 1990. He made tours across many countries, including India, to support sanctions against the apartheid government. The Convention for a Democratic South Africa, that is, CODESA, began in December 1991 at the Johannesburg World Trade Center, where little negotiation was achieved. The CODESA II of 1992 led to Mandela demanding a unitary system that was governed by the majority rule. The state terrorism that was a sign of the despotic power of the white minority was soon deposed in the form of negotiations that agreed on multi-racial general elections. The African National Congress campaigned on a reconstruction and development program and soon managed to win the general elections of 1994. And Nelson Mandela served as the first black president of South Africa for a term of 5 years from 1994 to 1999. Due to his extreme efforts and guts that led to the abolition of apartheid, he received the Nobel Peace Prize and obviously India's highest civilian award, the Bharat Ratna. So, let us celebrate the theme of Nelson Mandela International Day 2021, that is, one hand can feed another. Thank you.
Thank you, Prathamesh. You are really full of energy and enthusiasm. Google Form is now open for voting, so vote the best participants. It's an appeal to all of you to vote.
Now comes the class 10. Last but not the least, our first contestant from grade 10th is Miss Divya Latur from 10th E. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can be achieved by understanding.
Hey everyone, today is 18th July. 103 years ago, on this day, an extraordinary child born on the land of South Africa. His father named him as Rohilala, which means troublemaker. This small child grew up into a revolutionary, politician, philanthropist, and became the father of the nation. Yes, you guessed it right. I'm speaking about the Nelson Mandela, who is known for love, selflessness, forgiveness, compassion, tolerance, humility, and fairness. The end of his life must be a reminder for each and every one of us. What we can learn from his life. Number 1, take full responsibility of your life. I am the master of my fate and captain of my soul, says Nelson Mandela. Mandela dreamed for having contributed for the struggle of his people. He established South Africa's first black law of war. We are speaking about someone who has taken his own destiny in his hands. No matter how genuine excuses you may have, the first step of getting what you want out of your life is taking responsibility of your life. Number 2, tough time don't last. Tough people do. Nelson Mandela says, don't judge me by my success. Rather, judge me by how many times I fell down and got up again. Nelson Mandela. These words of Nelson Mandela describes his struggle for freedom, his struggle for humanity. He spent most of his youth in prison, but he had the toughness to overcome his adversities. That's the key of a successful life. Number 3, courageous people don't fear of forgiving for the sake of peace. Nelson Mandela has made his first movie in Afrikaans, the language of his oppressors. He said, forgive everything and move on. Number 4, live purposefully. What counts on life is not the mere fact that you lived, but it is what difference you have made in the lives of others. This determines the intensity of your life, the significance of your life. Life is not all about getting six-pack or having a fantastic wedding reception. No, life is not all about how many followers do you have on social media or buying the latest iPhone. Life is more than this. Time and energy is limited. We should live, or we should be determined to live for something. As Nelson Mandela did for his people, for his nation. He is a miraculous human being, more than you can imagine. He is a man ahead of time, a fantastic leader, humble and courageous. He is a chink of light for entire mankind. I salute to such a great personality. Lastly, heal the world and make it the better place for you, for me, and for entire human race. Thank you.
Absolutely wonderful performance. A boost of motivation, and what an accent. Thank you, Divya. Our next participant is Ms. Prashika Salve from 10th A. Mankind must remember that peace is not God's gift to his creatures. Peace is a gift of ours to each other.
Hello everyone, my name is Prashika Anil Salve. I'm from 10th A and today I'm going to speak about the Nobel Peace Prize winner Nelson Mandela. And my topic is the chink of light for mankind. The chink of light for mankind. What a beautiful phrase to describe Nelson Mandela. But can I ask you, what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you think about Nelson Mandela? Many may say leader, anti-apartheid revolutionary, then late President of South Africa, and much more. But to be honest, when I think of Nelson Mandela, the first thing that comes to my mind would be Long Walk to Freedom, the content from my this year's board syllabus. Yes, it does. But this is not only the reason, just because it's in my syllabus, I'm gonna have to study it, but also because when I first time read The Long Walk to Freedom, that was the time I reflected that what Nelson Mandela actually meant to South Africans, to the ones suffering, to the ones fighting for peace and justice around the world, and the role he played in transforming his country and minds and hearts of millions, which definitely leaves a great legacy. I'm actually in awe for what this one human being did to the entire world. And it was all possible because of his unwavering compassion, courage, and commitment. But sadly, we can't see these qualities nowadays. I've read it somewhere that great people come, they go, leaving behind great ideas which are eventually forgotten by the members of society. Well, guess what? That's true. Because nowadays we keep on hearing frightening stories of acts such as racism in foreign countries, even our country sometimes, then gender-based discrimination, caste-based discrimination, oppressing of LGBT community, and also, I cannot forget, and even the world has witnessed, that how a 46-year-old black man, George Floyd, was murdered by a white cop in Minnesota. After all these despicable acts, can we really say we are walking on the right path as Nelson Mandela? No, obviously we are not, because Nelson Mandela fought for his values, his principles, for being violated worldwide. Mandela's life should remind us of the choices that we can make of a moral mandate, to hold tight to our core values, our principles, and refuse to act in violation of them. Our core values should be justice, compassion, and community. To be honest, I can see instances where I have been asked to act in a way that dehumanizes another person. Well, I have said no, I can and I will, always, because that is what Nelson Mandela has taught us. When the people were in despair, he was the one who gave them hope. He was the true chink of light for the people suffering, for South Africans, for the mankind. So on this day, can we all take oath to stand against all the false stereotypes and taboos made by the society and stand with the ones who are actually being oppressed, who are actually suffering? I know it's a little bit difficult and the change will not take in one day. But you know what? Always remember, Nelson Mandela himself said that it always seems impossible until it's done. Thank you.
How gracefully you have put light on the topic of principles of Nelson Mandela and the racial discrimination of today that is happening in our society. Thank you, Prashika. Our next contestant to confront is Miss Madhura Parbanikar from 10th F. When you do the right thing, you get the feeling of peace and serenity associated with it. Do it again and again.
व्यक्ति की अच्छाई एक ऐसी लो है जो छुप तो सकती है पर कभी बुझ नहीं सकती. Hello everyone, myself Madhura Pankaj Parbanikar from class 10th F. Nelson Mandela, the best recipient of Nobel Peace Prize. Today, 18th July is the day celebrated as International Nelson Mandela Day to promote global peace and South African leaders' legacy. This day was officially declared by the United Nations in November 2009. Every year on Mandela's birthday, citizens are called on to devote their 67 minutes for the community services. This duration symbolizes the 67 years of war that Mandela spent fighting against the social justice. Nelson Mandela was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize at Oslo City Hall in Norway on 10th December 1993. The Nobel Peace Prize was awarded jointly to Nelson Mandela and Frederick William Deeler for their peaceful transformation of the apartheid regime to a democratic and for laying the foundation which meant to encourage the peoples worldwide to give back the way Nelson Mandela had throughout his lifetime. According to the Nelson Mandela Foundation, this event is meant to encourage the citizens. After Mandela's release from prison, he negotiated with President de Klerk towards the country's first multiracial elections. जो काम किया ना जाए तब तक वो असंभव ही लगता है. As this, Mandela did it. White South Africans were willing to share power, but the blacks wanted a complete transfer of power. The negotiations were often strained, and the news of violent eruptions were continued throughout the country. And also the assassination of African National Congress leader Chris Hani continued. Nelson Mandela had to keep a delicate balance between political pressure and intense negotiations amid the demonstrations and armed resistance. जब पानी सूरज को बुझा नहीं सकता पर भाप के बादल छुपा सकते हैं, कोशिश करो तो कुछ नामुमकिन नहीं, हम इस दुनिया को कदमों में झुका सकते हैं. Thank you.
You can't separate peace from freedom because no one can be at peace unless he has freedom. Thank you, Madhura. That was a very energetic performance. The next contestant to come front is Miss Purva Khanapurkar from 10th F.
Everyone can raise above their circumstances to achieve success if they are passionate to and they are dedicated to what they do. Hello everyone, respected dignitaries, teachers and all my dear friends. I am Purva Sandeep Khanapurkar from 10th F. My topic is Nelson Mandela, the right recipient for the Nobel Prize. Peace. It means many different things to different people. In past, peace meant a time without wars, violence or threat of violence. Today, peace is referred to a state of harmony, quiet, calm, with no hostility. But when we are talking about peace, we are talking about our ability to find tranquility and change our perspective to see the world and interact with each other. In 1993, the Nobel Peace Prize was awarded to Nelson Mandela for his great work for the termination of the apartheid system. He also created foundations for the new South African democracy. Nelson Mandela was also a common person like us. He was not born with the fire for freedom. The definition for freedom changed for him from situation to situation. As when he was a young boy, his freedom was to swim in a river and move in dazzling green velvet grasses. As a teenager, his freedom was to be independent from everyone else's thought. But when he grew up, he realized that never have he ever been independent for a single moment in his life. And that was when his inner soul shouted to him and told him to take himself and his citizens to the path of independence. This path was not that easy, but he dared to lead and created an impactful example. They led the path which you and me would have never dared to do. To discover what independence looked like, Nelson Mandela sacrificed 27 years of his life in prison for his citizens of South Africa. He was committed, loyal, and passionate about his mission. Nothing could replace his burning desire to see an anti-apartheid South Africa disbanded. He sacrificed his life for a cause that had an impact beyond himself. And this also created an opportunity for many of the people to live a life and to learn from a person who exemplified commitment and compassion. And this is what makes him Nelson Mandela, someone who went beyond limits and have set an impactful example for each and every individual on this planet. And in my opinion, Nelson Mandela is the most deservable recipient for the Nobel Peace Prize. Thank you.
Thank you, Purva. It gave us all a good insight of what peace means and what is its definition today and what it was. True peace is just not the absence of war, it is the presence of justice. All the performances were great and packed with knowledge. Now, I kindly request you all to cast your vote to the Google form link provided in the chat box. Thank you. The winners will be announced as soon as the voting is done. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. And on this note, the most awaited moment has arrived. Everybody, hold on your breath and get ready for the excited movement. Hold on your breath. And now I request our dear most principal sir to open the Pandora box, finish the suspense, and reveal the results.
Good evening, all. It was really a wonderful session. All the participants and everyone has given excellent things. And online voting we have considered, and yesterday we also have considered some more results. We have given it to the judges, 3 judges. We have collected the results, and right now I am going to announce the results of 6th, 7th, and 8th, 9th, and 10th. It will take little time. So before going to announce these results, I thank Manoj Kale sir and Ja sir for witnessing this. So I'm announcing it. After this, there are a few more things which will follow it up. So 6th standard, Abhishek Kalshetty is the winner. So I would like to congratulate him. And I also request Manoj Kale sir to be pinned here so that he can give the certificate to him. Varsha ma'am, just pin Manoj Kale sir's video.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He's on ACER, ACER.
Yes, sir.
Hi, good evening. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Audible, sir. You will be simultaneously pinned beside the certificate, and we will be asking even Abhishek to be come here. Varsha ma'am, can you please even pin Abhishek also?
Abhishek also. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we are Manoj Kale sir is handovering the certificate, virtual certificate.
Congratulations, congratulations, Abhishek.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Very good.
Yes. Well done, Abhishek. Well done.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Abhishek. Abhishek, you would like to tell anything? Any words? Anything
Yes,
that you
sir.
would like to tell? Yes.
Yes, sir. I am beholden to everyone for having made me achieve this position today, sir. I'm very grateful to my parents and all my teachers for having paved the right path for me and guiding me at each and every step. I would like to thank all the respected dignitaries and Kalpana ma'am, Varsha ma'am, Rakesh sir, and also my loving parents for giving me such a remarkable opportunity. Once again, I would like to express my gratitude to everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Abhishek. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Now I would like to announce the 7th standard prize winner. Prize winner is Master Piyush. I congratulate him for winning the competition here. I also request now Manoj sir to hand over the certificate.
Yeah, congratulations, Piyush. Very well done, beta. I could listen to your lecture also. So nice. Well done.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Varsha ma'am, just can you pin Piyush?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, Piyush, you would like to tell anything? Congratulations. It was a wonderful talk. You'd like to tell anything? Please go ahead. Unmute, unmute. Not able to hear.
Sir, this whole credit goes to my English teacher, and my mother to help me in this whole video section in Nelson Mandela's this competition. Thank you, sir.
Very good, Piyush. Thank you. Well done. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Now I would like to request Jasir to be there. So we will just go for the 8th standard results now. Varsha ma'am, can you please pin Jasir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
From 8th standard. Jasir, welcome, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. And it's really a great feeling, seeing so many students speaking so well. So really, I'm very much, happy today to see the performance of the children. Such a confidence presentation. Yeah.
Persis Sonawala is the winner. I congratulate her on her great speech and things that she has contributed towards the Nelson Mandela Day. Really, it was very good. So I would request Jasir to hand over the certificate virtually.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Congrats, Persis. You have really spoken so well. And, throughout I was there. And the way you have used the words and contents, it's really applauded by one and all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Yeah. You want to tell something? Anything? Please go ahead.
Sure, sir. First of all, I would thank the Almighty for giving me this golden opportunity, and I'm also grateful to everyone for voting and choosing me as the winner of grade 8. And it really helped me to enhance my communication skills. And while preparing for the speech, I also got much inspiration from Nelson Mandela's life. I'm really grateful. Thank you.
Well done. Well done. Well said. Thank you. So now from 9th standard, I would like to announce the results of 9th standard also. I got the 9th standard results and 10th also now. So the first means the achievement is given to the Pratmesh from class 9. Congratulations, Pratmesh.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it was really wonderful. Congratulations. And I would request Varsha ma'am, please pin his video.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And Jasir, please hand over the certificate virtually.
Yeah, congrats, Pratmesh. You have been doing so well, so wonderfully in each and every event. So we are really very much, very happy to see your performance in each and every event and participation. The one thing which is very important, keep on participating actively. And I really appreciate the words you have spoken today on such a wonderful topic. So congrats once again.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Pratmesh, anything that you'd like to contribute or say?
Sure, sir. First of all, I thank you, sir, for providing me this opportunity to express my thoughts. I also thank all the parents and students who, for their valuable votes, who voted me. And more importantly, I would like to appreciate the immense hard work of all of the candidates, and also the amount of hard work and time commitment that they have dedicated towards their respective works was truly commendable. And the inspiration that I got to step up in this competition was Nelson Mandela himself. I was very curious to know about him and how he fought courageously to bring down apartheid in South Africa. That too was very good. And my parents and teachers also supported me throughout this journey. And it is truly said by Nelson Mandela that we never lose. We either win or learn. So I too learned many things from this journey, and it was very grateful. Lastly, I would just say that we are the masters of our fate. We are the captains of our soul, and so never give up and never accept less than the best. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Well said. Well done. Very good. So thank you, Pratmesh. Now we will go to the last class 10th. The winner is Purva Kanpurkar. So she's the winner in this. I would congratulate her, and I request Jasir to hand over the certificate virtually. Yeah, Purva.
Congrats, Purva. I have really gone through your performance. Such a wonderful performance it was. And keep on moving ahead. The way you are an all-rounder, you have been doing so well in a sports area, doing so well in academics. So keep on doing your level best and keep on outshining in every field. So congrats and best wishes to you.
Varsha ma'am, just can you please pin?
Actually, Purva was out of the meeting. Just now she
Okay.
has admitted.
Fine.
Okay.
She will be
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. Congratulations, Purva. Yes, sir, please.
Yeah, Purva, congrats. You have really done so well. I was going through the contents. It was really very nice. You were very expressive. And I'm really happy to see the way you are developing yourself as overall personality in all the directions. You are such a good speaker. You are so good in academics. And you are a good sports personality too. So really a great feat. And best wishes to you. And congratulations.
Thank you, sir. It's been a pleasure to win this, and it's really valuable to hear the words from our teachers and respectful all the gurus overall. And I really am thankful to all the teachers who taught me to be on this.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Anything else you would like to tell Purva other than this?
I would like to thank each and every person over here to just give me an opportunity to be on the platform. Thanks.
Thanks. Good. Well done. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Varsha ma'am, what is the flow next?
Congratulations to all the winners.
All the winners and participants for showing their interest and zeal. A true leader has the confidence to stand alone, the courage to make tough decisions, and the compassion to listen to the needs of others. Today we have such personality with us. Now I would like to request Bharat Bhushan Jha sir to bless us.
Yes, thank you so much. First of all, I would like to convey my sincere thanks and regards to Girdhar sir for giving me an opportunity. Thanks to Manoj Kale sir, respected GM sir, who has been so closely associated with us for so many years. I'm also thankful to Varsha ma'am, the way she has organized today's program, to Ramya ma'am, Vice Principal, and to Anil Salve sir, and to the entire team of teachers, to all the parents and all the students. Really, you have selected such a wonderful topic on such a wonderful leader. All of you are aware the way Nelson Mandela, he has struggled throughout his life. He has struggled not for himself, he has struggled for the sake of his countrymen, for the sake of those people who were oppressed, who were downtrodden for such a long period of time. And for that, he suffered a solitude for 27 years in imprisonment. Now, that's really a great sacrifice, and that's a rare feat that seldom any leader has achieved. I remember from long time, Nelson Mandela has been following Mahatma Gandhi as his important role model, as a source of inspiration. And Mahatma Gandhi has really given two great words, that is truth, non-violence, and which were very important in the freedom struggle. And by following that path, Nelson Mandela has created a history for himself and his countrymen. So I'm really happy to see the performance of each and every contestant. And I would like to just share a few things regarding Nelson Mandela. All of you are aware that Nelson Mandela became the president of South Africa in 1994. And Nelson Mandela was very much fond of writing as well. And he had a great literary skill as well. And during his freedom struggle, when he was in jail, he used to go through a poem that is named as Invictus. I repeat, he used to go through a poem named Invictus, which means unconquerable or undefeated in Latin. So that poem really inspired him. I would like to read a few lines out of this poem. It was written by the famous English poet William Ernest Henley. He has written, "Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shed, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid." So that quality Nelson Mandela has. He was so courageous. He never got afraid of anything. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. So with that unflinching courage, Nelson Mandela moved ahead and he took his entire country to a new path, to a new direction, and which is a glaring example for the entire country and in the entire world. So thanks once again, Girdhar sir, for giving me an opportunity, and best wishes to all the students who have participated today, and best wishes to all the students of class 10th and 12th for their upcoming result of the board examination. So thank you so much, sir, and thanks for giving me an opportunity.
Thank you, sir. It was wonderful, sir.
Thank you, sir, for blessing and motivating us. You have truly enlightened us with your knowledge. Now I request respected Manoj Kale, sir, to guide us.
Hi, good evening all.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. I take this opportunity to thank our principal, Sri Girdhar Reddy sir, and both the principals, teachers, staff for inviting me to such a great event. I mean, conducting this online event, it proves that how prepared we are in the continuation of education. The best topic, Nelson Mandela, there can't be it's a very motivational life he has led, and the children can be motivated to know the life. I am really impressed the way children actually there were no duplicating into the informations. Everyone had gone through maybe Google or whatever the articles they could read, but it was totally a different section children had covered. And thank you to the parents as well as the teachers who must have guided them in this, their level of confidence, the style of speech, pauses, pronunciation. It was really fantastic. I mean, it really matches the standard of Podar. What to say about Nelson Mandela? Is a great humanitarian, charismatic leader of the world, fondly known as Madiba. Children, you may be aware that he was also awarded a Bharat Ratna in 1990, then Nishan in Pakistan, and then a Nobel Prize in 1993. I really think I was really enlightened by the speech of our former principal, Shri Bharat Bhushan Jha sir. He enlightened the children with a beautiful poem. So nice of you, sir. And I know you were closely interacting with these children. You recently got to Jabalpur. And
thank you, sir.
I take this opportunity to thank all the teachers, parents in this pandemic situation. Also, you people are taking so utmost care of your children, giving them an opportunity to interact. I mean, I was really happy to see the host also, the children, they were hosting it so beautifully with the pauses and everything it was covered. Overall, a very nice presentation by the entire team. I wish you all a very good best from my side. Happy things always. Let's hope for the best in the future. Days to come. Thank you so much, sir, for calling.
Thank you, sir. We reassure you that we will be having same participation ahead.
Very
good. Now I would like to request Anil Sarve sir to present the vote of thanks.
Wait, Urvi.
Yeah, not an
yeah. Urvi.
Now I request our dear most principal sir who is a person of words and a synonym of technology, to address the meeting. Please.
Thank you, Pranav, and thank you, Jasser and Manoj sir, for your valuable words that you have motivated our children. We all remember you at every point of time. We all keep whatever you have suggested to all the students, teachers, and all of us. Firstly, I don't have words to express because the kind of confidence is being shown by all the children. Really, it is wonderful. Now, though we have only 15 participants who are there here, who have come into the final stage, and we have shown all the videos and all that. But actually, there are 76 who have come and who have participated, whom we have filtered. So the knowledge that has gone to all these 76 was really a fantastic thing. And excellent performances were there from all the children. I would like to congratulate all the winners and the teachers who have supported them. The other thing is there are consolation prizes because there is going to be always one winner. So others don't feel that you are not the winner. So these are all the things part of our life. So if you don't think that you have not won, you already have won because you have come to this stage. So this is one of the things that I would like to tell. So I would like to congratulate grade 6th Arya. He was very good, fantastic thing. Beta, you did wonderfully. All the expressions, whatever you were giving, it was excellent thing. And I would like to also congratulate Prachi of grade 7. You are also wonderful. You did excellently. Whatever the expressions that you are giving, we had good, means like we'll remember it for a long time. And Shamika Joshi, Sridevi is also wonderful. Whatever you have expressed, all that we could hear it. Now also I can hear what the sounds that, why I'm telling, because your videos have seen number of times. It is not that once. I have seen your videos number of times. That's the reason I could pick some of them and I can tell you. And class 9, Shivanand, you are also wonderful. Your soft language was excellent. When we can evidently see that how soft you are in presenting and all that. Thank you and congratulations to you also. Now, there were 4 participants from 10th standard. Divya, it was really excellent. Prashika, I have seen the detailed thing that whatever you have given. Divya, you are also really nice because the technology that you have adopted, we can see the music, we can see the photographs in your presentation. It was really excellent thing. You already have won it. Okay. Prashika, your briefing and your description of each and everything was really good. And you have very well connected to the recent incident which has taken place in America. So that shows how you are connecting yourselves to the general knowledge and making yourself aware. And Madhura, you are also excellent. The way that you started your speech with Hindi and then you again converted into the English part. So all the presentations really excellent. So I congratulate all the participants, especially all the children who have come to the finals. So I don't have much to speak about the Mandela because you have covered entire thing of Nelson Mandela. So he's one of the role models to me, and his values and his ethics we need to definitely follow. One thing that I would like to talk about him is he always used to fall, but again he used to get up and start. So this is one of the things that we need to keep remember and go forward in our life. So I also would like to congratulate our Master of Ceremonies. In this platform, I would like to tell that these are the 2 people, Urvi and Pranav, they have done on their own. Teachers have just given the support. They have only just facilitated. They helped them. Pranav and Urvi are excellent in the work that they have done. Can you please even pin Urvi on this? Yes, thanks. So this is really excellent thing. I really congratulate both of you. You will go to great heights. So these opportunities will be given to each and every person who is coming forward. So you need to come forward and do it. Okay. So thank you, Varsha ma'am, and all the English department who have supported. backend support is being given by System Administrator Ajay and Virat sir and Smita. Thank you very much. And I also thank Varsha ma'am for coordinating very well with all the children. I know you people are doing this program almost from 1 week. You spent more than that time. A lot of time has been gone into this. And we tried to put everything in a very, very democratic way, because it was nothing that one or two people have not selected these results. It has been very open, very democratic way that we have gone, and we have again inculcated Nelson Mandela's things, values and ethics into it. So once again, I thank both of you. Well done, Urvi and Pranav. Thank you. And I also thank Jha sir and Manoj sir for coming and giving their very, very precious time to all of us. So this is going to be a very, very exciting time for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
Now I request Anil Salve sir to present the vote of
Thank you, Urvi. A very spellbound and inspiring, motivational evening to one and all present here. Before giving vote of thanks, I would like to say all the participants, each and every teacher, so please don't leave the conference unless and until we have the national anthem. So moving forward, it's really a great and amiable feeling to be a part of this virtual education. I mean to say a red carpet virtual education competition. And I'm here to extend my gratitude for the to each and everyone present over here. So first of all, I would like to say thanks to like today's chief guest, our distinguished GM sir, Manoj Kale sir. Sir, today we all feel very released by your esteemed presence. So thank you even for your guidance. So today's special chief guest, Principal Bharat Bhushan Jha sir. Thank you for your deep and well generalized flow. We are truly enriched by your inspired words. Even I would like to thank the most techno person of our school, Dr. Giridhar Reddy sir, because if you see today's education competition, it's really a benchmark for upcoming series of activities and events, whether it would be a physical or it would be even virtual. So it's going to be in a same way. So I really thanks for sir for guiding us, because today I got to know that most of the movies of Tollywood, why these all are getting so famous and so master blaster because of what retakes. This education competition, we have given many retake. I think each and everyone, even Ramya ma'am and Varsha ma'am is also agree with me. So there are many retakes, many practices which had happened, and so the event is like in front of you, which is like very much successful. Even I would like to thanks Varsha ma'am, Nilesh Admane sir, even Chandraprabha ma'am, Ramya Tutika ma'am, everyone who have contributed into this education competition. Thanks everyone, even to each and every student participating into the education competition, all the winners, all supporting staff, all IT departments. So thank you everyone. Thanks a lot.
Varsha ma'am, you are playing national anthem?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Please, please.
So, please.
And I would request everyone to stand.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
भारत माता की जय।
Thank you all.